Marie South, if you were to find yourself at the gates of heaven, what would you say to God?
Stephen Fry was asked that question. What would I come back to you straight away? Molly Scott Cato, you wouldn't say anything libelous, I'm sure.
No,
what would you say?
I won't be so rude now, definitely. Yes, I mean, I would try to imagine actually what God might be like, and I'd like to think it was certainly a woman, if it had any kind of physical form at all. And yeah, I don't know what I would ask. I was quite interested by Stephen Fry's question about why cause so much suffering, because I think it's kind of misunderstanding the complexity of life in a way that you would set up a simple system and everything would all turn out for good. So I don't think I'd be asking that, but I think I might raise some questions around how we might go about fulfilling our lives best on this earth, and yeah, I'd be quite interested to know the answer to that. But I personally don't believe that life is all full of sweeties and good things, and I think we also learn a lot from suffering. So yeah, I wouldn't agree with Stephen Fry about that.
Grant Shapps, what would you say?
You're really here. To which he might respond, you should be more surprised you're here, Grant. I literally... Thank you for your... Where would you even start if you came face to face with the Lord? It's a very, very difficult question to give a full enough answer to, but it's almost impossible this last week, having commemorated the 70th anniversary of Auschwitz being captured, with a factory, I think the only factory, or series of factories in history, which was set up for the pure purpose of slaughtering people, making it somewhat unlike other genocides. My first question would be surrounding how that could ever happen.
Scott Fletcher, what would you say if you were to find yourself there?
I'd say, hi, nice to meet you. Sorry, didn't go to church last Sunday.
When did you last go to church? He might ask.
It was actually yesterday for a funeral, unfortunately.
Right,
but,
right, sorry.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
So, yeah, but it's like meeting Father Christmas, isn't it? I think I'm not a very religious person with that comment, obviously, but I would certainly try and make a deal at that point as an entrepreneur and try and find a win-win out of the situation.
Lisa.
Well, I think based on that, Molly is the only one who stands a chance of getting through the gates, for starters. So I would probably start by trying to ingratiate myself and apologising for being an atheist all my life. I might ask why he or she hadn't given us a few more clues as to their existence, and perhaps have a bit of a political discussion about that. I think the other thing that I might do, given that I am a politician and we agitate for change and that's what we're about, is I might give God a to-do list, or at least a revised to-do list. And I think I would probably start by saying, can you push poverty and tackling poverty in this country and around the world right up the political agenda? Because I think for anyone who's seen what the last few years have been like, and indeed longer than that for many of the poorest people in the world, you never ever forget what that's like, and I think that needs to be our number one priority as a society, but we could use a bit of help.
You put them in this precarious position. What would you, Mary South, if you were there, say to God?
I think I would be so overawed. I think I would initially be lost in wonder, love and praise, and I think I probably wouldn't say anything until I was spoken to.
Incidentally, Stephen Fry, just for those, well, one person left in the world who doesn't know what he said, why should I respect a capricious, mean-minded, stupid God who creates a world that's so full of injustice and pain? That's what I would say. It's been pointed out, we've had lots of tweets on this. Here's one from Alison Bancroft. It says, it wouldn't be God at the gates of heaven. She doesn't say for heaven's sake, but it wouldn't be God at the gates of heaven. St. Peter's the bouncer up there.